Hey guys, welcome to Digit.in, and this is our review of the LeEco Le2 smartphone. Now, even though the company has changed its branding from LETV to LeEco, we're still wondering why the phones have LETV written on them, but that's a question for a different day. Coming to the smartphone itself, it's priced at about 12,000 rupees, has a Snapdragon 652 SoC, 3GB of RAM, a 5.5-inch Full HD display, some real great content packed into the device, and it has a pretty good build. Is this device too good to be true? Is this device capable of taking on our current 10,000 approx or even under 15,000 best smartphone, which is the Redmi Note 3? Well, we're about to find out in this review. Coming to the build and design, the LeEco Le2 is reminiscent of its predecessor. The rose gold variant I have here has a uniform metal body that feels reassuring. The display takes up 74.6% of the front area, thereby leading to a reasonably ergonomic build and form factor. It is crucial to remind you here that one-handed usage will be tricky owing to the 5.5-inch display panel, but the Le2 does not feel as large as, say, the Xiaomi Redmi Note 3. LeEco has done away with the 3.5mm analog audio port, and the Le2 houses only one I/O port, the USB-C, housed at the bottom panel of the smartphone. The fingerprint sensor is housed on the rear panel right underneath the camera module. Now, even though the fingerprint sensor on this smartphone is accurate, it is relatively fast at 0.4 seconds of recognition, but it's not the fastest, especially when you compare it to the Nexus imprint. Overall, the device feels well built. It feels good to hold, but the metal chassis means that the grip is somewhat compromised. That, though, does not significantly differ its position as one of the more well-built devices in the sub-20k price bracket of smartphones in India. Coming to the display, the LeEco Le2 packs in a full HD IPS LCD display panel. A resolution of 1920 by 1080 pixels on 5.5-inch display panel has become an acceptable standard of late, and the Le2 excels here with the depth of color reproduction on it. The Le2's display panel is pleasant to look at while being sharp and rich in color detail. The blacks look deep, the whites are bright, the overall hue is on the neutral end of warmth in color temperature scale, all of which combines to make this display a good display panel to watch content on. The only con here is the brightness level. While it does suffice when you are indoors, taking it outdoors on a bright sunny Wednesday morning affirms the lack of brightness in comparison to the likes of Xiaomi's sunlight display technology on the Redmi Note 3. LeEco's EUI 5.6 is eons different from stock Android appearance. There is no app drawer. The drop-down notification panel will read only your latest notifications, while quick settings and closing of apps are fused into one screen that can be accessed with one tap of the capacitive multitasking button. All of the capacitive buttons are backlit, which is a boon. LeEco also pre-installs a suite of applications, namely LeView Live and LeVD. LeView shows up on a blink feed spotlight-like panel on the panel to the extreme left, showing a curated list of stories, videos, and other content to watch from across various websites. Live is placed where the traditional app drawer icon would have been and opens up LeEco's suite of live television content that you can watch. LeVD brings premium video content from Eros Now, Yup TV, and Hungama. All of these apps are integrated seamlessly into the interface and actually feel like a part of the entire ecosystem. The good display panel also encourages content viewing, and the application's layout are in synchronization with the rest of the interface. A job well done for LeEco here. Coming to the performance, the octa-core Snapdragon 652 SoC coupled with 3GB of RAM, Adreno 510 GPU, X8 LTE modem, Hexagon 680 DSP and 32GB of storage are integrated well and are closely comparable with the performance output of the Vivo V3 Max. The LeEco Le2 is as close to the flagship class Snapdragon 820 as you would have hoped for. The graphics rendered on the LeEco Le2 are crisp, smooth and fluid, but there is a noticeable difference between the Adreno 530 and the Adreno 510, where the Adreno 510 renders lesser frame rates and the smartphone often takes half a second more to open a menu or a settings option. LeEco's EUI attempts to mask this with smooth animation, but it really shows. The UI, though, is thankfully less taxing on the processor. Even with heavy multitasking, the Le2 still delivers sublime performance, particularly considering its price. It is possibly one of the smoothest smartphones in this price bracket, if not the best in terms of performance in its price bracket. Coming to the camera, the 16-megapixel image sensor renders reasonably true to source color details, alongside preserving sharpness and saturation levels in photographs in brightly lit environments. The level of detail is not among the best. There is a slight sense of grain even at ISO 200 under direct sunlight. The face detection autofocus is smooth, fast and responsive. It may not be the fastest camera module around, but fast enough to hastily snap fleeting moments. Unfortunately though, it does not feature optical image stabilization, as a result of which photos shot on the move end up being mostly blurry. The camera is satisfactory at best, and the photographs will best serve you for social media sharing with post-processing. It is, however, not exceptional. Coming to continual digital lossless audio, CDLA, LeEco has come up with its proprietary lossless audio standard that it intends to establish via USB-C port powered headphones. The company will be hoping that the standard is adopted more widely and has a lot of reasons to expect that. For one, the USB-C port increases the rate of data being transferred to the headphones, facilitating playback of heavier lossless tracks. Additionally, the CDLA technology drastically decreases signal-to-noise ratio, delivering cleaner audio tracks alongside the higher fidelity of audio. While all this sounds excellent for audiophiles, we will really need to wait for USB Type-C headphones with CDLA to make the most of this technology. As of now, the smartphone misses the 3.5mm port and uses the USB Type-C port with an adapter to be compatible with most headphones. This is mildly inconvenient, as the Le2 cannot be put on charge while audio is being played via the headphones and vice versa. Coming to the battery life, on the benchmark, the LeEco Le2 lasted for about 9 hours and 21 minutes and 10 seconds, scoring 5,125 on Geekbench 3. This is a fair reflection of the Le2's real-life battery stamina, which is reasonably decent with low-intensity usage, but certainly not among the best. The device charges from about 11% to 96%, which is 85% in 42 minutes, which is quite fast. So, is the LeEco Le2 smartphone the best smartphone for the asking price of 12,000 rupees? Well, we'll have to explain that answer a bit to you. As of right now, our current best smartphone for that price range has been the Xiaomi Redmi Note 3. Now, where this lags behind the Redmi Note 3 is in two areas. The first being the battery life, and second being the sunlight visibility of the display. With the Redmi Note 3 sunlight mode, you can actually see the display a lot better than this one under direct sunlight. Where this one excels is with the overall build, the fluid UI and the performance. The 652 on this smartphone is blazing fast. You get 3GB of RAM, 32GB of storage. It's a great overall package. The camera on both the smartphones is at par. One is not necessarily better than the other. In fact, both the cameras aren't great if you're looking for a great camera smartphone under 15,000 rupees. If battery life is of immense priority to you, then we say stick with the Redmi Note 3. It has great battery life. But if you want a device that's slightly better built and gives you an overall new feeling, slightly better feeling display, especially when you're interacting with the display, some preloaded content and a new and unique UI. Well, the UI is of course subject because Xiaomi has the MIUI and the LeEco Le2 has the EUI. The UI is something subjective as to what you like. We think both the UIs are great, but yes, with the overall package on offer, we think that the LeEco Le2 is the best smartphone you can buy for a price of 12,000 rupees. As always, if you have questions about this smartphone, you can let us know in the comment section below. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you did not like it, you can hit the dislike button. And for more videos like this one, stay tuned to the Digit YouTube channel. We'll catch you in another video.